Namaskar. What's wrong with eating onions and garlic? Many vegetarians and vegans would feel that the food that they eat is very bland without onions and garlic in the diet. Yet many spiritual traditions and religions do not eat onions and garlic, such as the Jains, Hare Krishna, Taoists, and some Buddhists. And in the Japanese Buddhist temples, they serve what's known as vegetarian cuisine, which is basically sentient to nurture the mind and the spirit. But there are many medicinal benefits to onions and garlic. For example, garlic is used to thin the cholesterol in the blood. And also, it actually helps to remove rheumatism. Garlic is also helps to reduce that LDL, or the bad cholesterol. And the onions have the ability to overcome some forms of cancer. So when we consume onion, the onion penetrates the cell membrane and brings out the hidden diseases in the body. Actually, garlic cannot be digested by the body, and it comes out through the perspiration. So the onions and garlic activate the lower energy centers, and so they're not ideal for the pursuit of one who's trying to pursue higher consciousness. Because the onions and garlic, they, by their very nature, they heat up these lower glands, and these glands are very sensitive to heat. That's why the yogis try to keep the sexual glands free from heat, clean, protected, and cool. So that's why the onions and garlic are not advisable for one that's trying to meditate. One should have a cool nervous system and a cool body. Hundreds of bodily chemical reactions take place in the body every day, and higher temperatures result in more bodily reactions, and lower temperatures result in less interchemical reactions of the body. So at the time of meditation, it's preferred that there's no less interchemical reactions. The body is cool and calm, and one can practice meditation. There's a very strong heating element in onions and garlic, and you can test this out yourself by putting a little bit of onion oil on your skin, and after a minute or two, you'll feel a strong burning sensation. This is also the case when we are peeling the onion. It causes the eyes to tear because of the effect of the poisonous oils in the onion. So there is a difference in India between India has the highest percentage of vegetarians in the world, 39%. They make a distinction between pure vegetarian food and vegetarian food. And pure vegetarian food is that food which excludes onions and garlic, whereas vegetarian food includes onions and garlic. And it's been known for centuries in India that those that are trying to develop their higher consciousness will exclude onions and garlic from the diet. I was living in Argentina with a fellow yogic monk who's from India and was a born pure vegetarian. So we were renting a center in the southern city of Neuquén, and we were checking out the fixtures and appliances. And he opened the cupboard containing the clean pots and pans stacked on shelves, and he retched with disgust because even the smell of those pots and pans in which onions, garlic, and meat were cooked, he couldn't stand. So we bought some new pots and pans so at least I could share my food with him every day. But you know, the yogic diet is not dogmatic, because in the beginning, one may not feel the effect of certain foods on the body. So one can experiment, maybe going a few months without onion and garlic, and then eating a bunch and seeing what is the effect on the body. So one's development, the yogic diet will change according to one's spiritual development. Thank you. Namaskar.